You know any interviews?
No.
What does your name mean?
Cloud. I can't even lie, like, I was in, like, 7th grade, and I always wanted to make music since I was, like, real young. And I think I was listening to a song, and I don't remember what song it is, so I ain't trying to bite nobody, but he said, like, Cloud God or something like that, and that shit just stuck with me. And then when I finally got around to making music when I was, like, a freshman, like 15, 14 type shit, I took Cloud, and then I just switched the K out because I thought that shit looked cool. It was really just some high shit, I ain't gonna lie, but it comes full circle, though, because I fuck with the aesthetic of the clouds and it being up, and I feel like it fits my personality. It's good to use it in songs, too, like, just something to call to.
So what got you into music, though?
Shit. When I was real young, my mom and my sisters, because I grew up just my sisters and my mom, so like I was around straight girls when I was younger. So like 3 years old, 4 years old, I ain't hear nothing but like old ass R&B, like 90s, early 2000s, shit like that. So I really wanted to be a singer when I was real young, but when I was like 10, 11, I realized I can't sing for real, so like that dream kind of died. But like I used to want to be in bands and all that. And then when I saw how easy it was, you know, like if you really want to do that shit, I was like 14, 15, and I started listening to like a lot of underground artists, and I was like, man, I could really get this shit popping. I got a Mac and downloaded, well, I was on GarageBand for a minute just bullshitting, and then I was like, hey, nah, I gotta upgrade a little bit. I want a little more shit on my stuff, so I got Logic, and from there, that was really it, honestly. I mean, it was always destined, though. It was always something I wanted to do since I was young. Like, I always wanted to be performing. I always wanted to be an artist for real, so now that I'm actually chasing that shit, it's like a different experience for real.
What type of underground artists you mentioned that you were listening to?
Back then, I was listening to a lot of doo-wop. Early Carti, like, was crazy to me. Like, I know everybody's gonna say that, but like Cash Carti, that shit really got me, because that was before I was on the tune, or before any of the like just straight like rapping over some ethereal ass beats. Like Icy Twice, crazy. Tune, Lucki, crazy as hell. And even now, like, when I really, really locked in, like 2020, 2021, like, motherfuckers like Wick and Reno, just their sound was just crazy to me. And they was, like, the kings of the underground for a minute. And, like, I can't like, cap, like, they wasn't a huge inspiration, because they really were. It's just about, like, taking a sound and trying to make that into your own, like, inspiration.
What's one thing you're proud of that you do in your music?
I ain't gonna lie, and I know I ain't got a lot of it out, but I feel like I got cool-ass ad-libs. Like, I be, like, making, like, almost like it's an instrument. Like, I'll go, like, real high or put, like, an effect on it, and it'll just be layered in the background. It's, like, if you hear it, it's cool. But, like, that's low-key something that I'm proud of. I hope people listen to that shit and hear that shit when they listen to it, because that's something I'm proud of. For
Like some Kanye shit.
Like overdrive, or, like, some fuzz on my vocals in the background, some cool shit like that. I fuck with that.
What's your favorite cartoon?
I ain't gonna lie. Regular Show and SpongeBob, like, those might be like the two basic, but I rewatched Regular Show probably like during quarantine. Bro, that shit was like, now that I'm older, because I watched it when it first came out, like I remember watching the pilot type, but like that shit is hilarious. And then SpongeBob, I've been watching that hella now. That shit is funny as hell. Like, if you like fried or just chilling or something, like, that shit is hilarious. The comedy that shit just hits now, I ain't gonna lie.
What else do you want to get into other than music?
Shit, I definitely want to get into directing. When it comes around to like making videos and shit, I always like to take like a extra hand in that shit. We always talked about, not even just me, but all the dopamine, we always talked about making movies and shit, like short films, like cool ass films with like that new Insidious movie that had the Lone song in it, like some cool ass shit like that. If we can incorporate some shit like that we fuck with, or like mid-90s, I rewatched that the other day. Like, that movie, like, for the culture was just so hard. Like, they had the cold ass shoes in there and just skating, like some cool ass shit like that. I would really fuck with doing some shit like that.
If you had one chance to say something to the world, what would you say?
I would just say fuck everybody, and I don't mean that in like a fuck, like a literal term, but I mean like what everyone gotta say about the shit that you doing. Because if I'd have listened to motherfuckers when I first started making music, I would not be here right now performing type shit. So just whatever you want to do, you can do that shit. You just got to make it happen.
Anything else you want to get into?
Shit, I mean, Dopamine, The Wave, The Box. We about to go dummy tonight. I know this is just like this is my first interview, so, but it's going to be cool though. And whatever means for life. Love.